Trust me, I wish this exact video was around whenever I first started. In this video, I'm going to be covering how I sold over $1.9 million in my first year with Shopify dropshipping. And I'm going to be doing what most gurus wouldn't be doing, and that's showing you every single thing about it. I'm going to be showing you guys the exact products I was using, the numbers behind it, the data, the ads I was using, and so much more. I will even be diving into the biggest lessons that I learned from this experience, and even things that I wish I would have known that I know now that could have saved me thousands of dollars. Make sure to watch this video the entire way through, as this is going to be the most value-packed video on my channel. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. What's going on, everybody? My name is AC Hampton and welcome back to my channel. We cover everything dropshipping, e-commerce brands, print on demand, Airbnb, ways to make money online, and so much more. Before I dive in, as you guys know, I give out a free consulting call every single week to help you kickstart your dropshipping career for absolutely free, and some supreme Ecom merch. And the winner of last week will be announced at the end of this video. To win a free consulting call this week, all you have to do is 3 simple things. The first thing you must do is comment in the comment section below the word results and what your biggest takeaway from this video was. The second thing you must do is go to my Instagram at AC_Hampton and go ahead and give me a follow. And the third thing you must do is smash that like button below and subscribe to my channel, as I've never missed a single week on this platform. Hey, and trust me, I'm going to be looking out for all 3, so make sure you do all 3 requirements. If you guys are looking to hit similar results just like this, you're looking to be able to test, build, and scale up a profitable dropshipping business, you're looking to be guided without wasting another dollar, effort, or energy into the wrong direction, you guys can apply for my mentorship by going to my Instagram at AC_Hampton and DM me the word results, or you guys can apply at supremeecom.com. And before we get started, men lie, women lie, but numbers don't. So let's go ahead and check out one of the 2 stores that I'm going to be talking about today. Alright, so here we are on Lavish Moms. As you guys can see, this store did around $1.68 million in less than 9 months. Hey, and let me go ahead and refresh the screen because you know it's no cap over here. But the story started about 2 to 3 months right before this, right at the very end of 2018. And before I even jumped into dropshipping, trust me, it was not easy and I was pretty broke. I just graduated from college and I moved out to Dallas, Texas all by myself. No friends, no family. I was working a 9-to-5 outside sales position where I was doing basically all manual labor, and I absolutely hated it. At this time, I was already researching dropshipping and I was looking all over the internet for ways to be able to get started. So kind of stupid of me, but one day I kind of just went to my 9-to-5 job and I just gave them all their stuff back and I said, I'm out of there. It wasn't the smartest decision because at that time I didn't have any other money coming in, but this decision changed my life forever. I was prepared to go all in, and that's exactly what I did. I then invested in a terrible course, investing in a lifestyle that somebody that I'm not going to name was trying to flex, but at the end of the day, he didn't have the knowledge or the intelligence to be able to understand how to actually run this business the right way. Which always brings me to my point of investing in people who are doing exactly what you want to do in this world. So I failed and I failed and I failed, and then I found my first winning product. And you guys can see that right here. So here we are on the analytics of the first winning product that I had, and this was at the very end of 2018. And again, just so that we can refresh the screen, you guys can see that this store made over $134,000 in less than 60 days. And I mean, here's the product. It was a mobile phone screen amplifier, and I just called it the Spark. You guys can see that this store was a 2018 store. I mean, look at the shaky add to cart. Look at all the colors. I mean, this was an old time of dropshipping. Although it didn't last long and I didn't become a millionaire overnight, the results that I was able to accomplish with the store made me realize that e-commerce was a life-changing industry. I knew if I put my all in this and I stayed consistent, this thing could really be absolutely crazy with the results that I could be able to achieve. Afterwards, around 60-day mark, right at the end of February, it crashed, and it crashed miserably. I was fulfilling all the orders one by one at this point. I was using my debit card on my ads. I just wasn't running the business the right way. But, I absolutely love failing. Yeah, you heard that right. I absolutely love failing, because this is the only way that I'm gonna become the best version of myself. So here I knew that if I wanted to continue to dropship, I had to provide myself with a couple of solutions. So the first was buying a way better high converting theme. The second was doing a lot of product research. I needed to establish a good relationship with a private supplier. I also needed to get a credit card for my ads. And I needed a brand new ad account, as I was already disabled after the 60 days I was running the last product. So first thing first, I was getting terrible conversion rates on my first store, so I knew that this was the first thing I needed to fix. And I simply fixed this by just buying a high converting theme that I use on all my stores now, and this was a theme that I used on this store back then. Next, I wasn't validating products as extensive as I do now. So first thing first, I needed to find products that were selling that day, not the day after, not the week after, but that day. And I needed to find products that were absolutely trending in the market. I didn't want to just sell any random product anymore. So I made sure that no matter the product that I test, doesn't matter how long it takes, I was going to completely validate that product before I sell it. And if you guys have any confusion about my product validation strategies, make sure to check out this video where I dropped every single detail that you need to know about it. The next was being able to hire a private supplier so I could avoid those shipping issues that I was having on my first store. And you want to know what's even crazier is I still use this supplier today. And if you're wanting access to my private supplier to give you 7 to 13 day shipping, completely automate your fulfillment, completely automate your tracking, you guys can get access in my one-on-one mentorship or in my blueprint course. Next, I went ahead and got my first credit card. Took a while, I'm not gonna lie. Took a while to establish good credit, but where I came from, credit isn't even a real thing, so I had to start somewhere. And the last step that I did was go ahead and establish a brand new ad account. So I went ahead and made a brand new store fixing all the things that I just mentioned, and I went ahead and called this store Lavish Moms. My goal on this store was just to be profitable for more than a month. That was literally my only goal. So right away I started testing out different products here and there, and the first product that I tested out was a baby hip seat carrier. I thought this thing was going to be the next winner, but ultimately I actually lost money again because the profit margins were not there. As you guys can see, I spent around $1,500 to be able to make $1,700 back in return, with a return of ad spend of only 1.08. And you guys can see that right here. In the month of March, I was able to sell over $14,000, but this thing was not profitable at all. I actually lost money. If you're in the exact same position that I was in back then, and you were not profitable, but you were spending money and you couldn't figure out how to get over that roadblock, no worries, I'm here to help you out in any way possible. If you have any questions about what I just mentioned, or any questions about my services at all, or any way that I can help you, go to my Instagram at AC_Hampton. DM me the word YouTube so I can be able to help you out in any way possible, as it's not about how much money you make in this world, but how much knowledge you can teach others to change their lives. So here I was already testing out a brand new product, and I thought I did everything right, from picking the product, from building the website, to testing the product out the way that I did, but I was ultimately in the exact same position again. Here I basically had two options. A, this just wasn't for me, or B, I was gonna go absolutely crazy, and at this point I'm gonna put every single piece of energy that I have into this. So next thing that happened, that hustler inside of me woke up. It was time. There was no excuses I was going to allow. Long days, longer nights, I didn't care. I did not care. I was willing to put my all into this. And at this point, I was already running low on money, but that hustler inside of me was going to get that bread regardless. So what I did was I just started an Instagram page called Sneaker Labs, where I started reselling shoes. Every time I was making money from these shoes, I was reinvesting the profits back into my ads. For everybody watching, don't ever think that you are too good to put in every single piece of work that you can do, or even get a job to fund your dreams. Because if you want it bad enough, you're going to make it work. So whenever I was reinvesting my profits, I was doing extensive product research again. And I guaranteed myself that the next product that I was going to have was going to be a winner. And it paid off, as I found another winning product, which was the baby bed. And look at the month of April. I mean, it paid off for me. I made over $100,000 again. And the first thing I did after this month was look at my bank account and I was like, dang, I mean, this is a real business. And I can make some real money doing this. The profit margins were absolutely crazy too, as I was making about $30 on every single one of these products sold. My biggest day was around $4,928, and this was the biggest results I've ever hit at this point. And at this point, I thought everything was going to be perfect from here on out. Nothing could stop me. I mean, I was making more money than my mom. I was proving to myself and people that I was actually doing what I said I was going to do. And trust me, I felt at the top of the world. Then, I mean, life hit me again. And I've never told anybody this, and I've never put this in any of my YouTube videos, but let me give you a little bit of insight what actually happened when I was dropshipping at this time. So I actually moved into an apartment complex, and the first week that I moved into it, I got hit by a crane. And that next month, I was completely homeless. The crane fell onto my apartment, killed my neighbors, destroyed my entire home, left me without a vehicle, and without any friends or family in Dallas yet. I honestly thought it was over. I literally had to go to a public library and turn off all of my ads because I didn't even have a laptop, as it was in the apartment that got crushed. I was sleeping at a church across the street from my apartment complex that was giving me water, food, and drinks so that at least I could be able to still survive and have a shelter over my head. This was honestly probably the lowest I've ever been in my life. And it's crazy because 2 weeks prior to this, I was at the peak of my life, which shows you how much can be able to change in just a second. But, I mean, if you truly believe in yourself and God, the greater outcome will always be in your favor. So what I do next, I went straight to Best Buy. I bought a laptop through the loan packages that Best Buy has available. And I basically just told myself right then and there that if dropshipping was for me, God would show me the sign right then and there. So I went back to trying to sell the same product again, and it didn't work. As you guys can see right here, in April, I only did $36,000 in sales. And the reasoning why is because it was being sold in the market at this point by others. And I was honestly wondering how. I mean, why was this happening? I see other people were being able to sell it, and I couldn't figure out why it wasn't working for me again. And the reasoning why is because I was missing one step of the funnel, which was creative validation. When I first sold this product to over 100K the month prior, I was using the same video that my competitor was using, but whenever I tried to start selling it with the exact same advertisement again, the creative was dead, overused, exhausted, and driving expensive traffic to my store. So I was basically like, if I want to sell this right now and I want to wipe all my competition out, the only way that I can be able to do this is by having a better creative. So I went directly to my private agent at dropshipmedia.com, and I went ahead and got custom creatives made. And if you guys want to be able to use my agent for all of your custom creatives that you want to be able to establish, all you guys have to do is go to dropshipmedia.com and use the code ALEXCODE10 at checkout for $10 off your first order. And here was the creative that I was able to receive. I mean, right then and there, I knew I was going to wipe out my competition with this. Like I said, I knew that this was going to be an absolute banger, and look at exactly what happened. And in the month of June, I bounced back to over $92,000 in less than 15 days. And you guys can see that right here. In the month of June, I was getting a 2.13 return on ad spend. Basically, my ad was going absolutely viral. As you can see, the cost per content view was under 61 cents. And you want to know what's funny? I was doing all of this without a bed. No furniture in my entire house. For an entire month, I was running all of my ads on a lawn chair. That was it, a lawn chair. I was first sleeping on the floor, and then I upgraded to an air mattress. And this was my life, but dropshipping was all I cared about at that point, so it didn't really even bother me. And look at the next month, this product went absolutely insane for me. So in the month of July by itself, I did $326,000 in less than 30 days. I mean, at this point, I was blown away. I can't believe that this was actually happening. And I couldn't believe how fast my life was changing, but I knew it all came from the patience that I was having. And honestly, I knew right then and there that I was going to do this for the rest of my life. And just to give you a better understanding of how I scaled this product, let's go ahead and check it out. So what I was doing this month was allowing what was already working for me to continue to work for me. Whenever I say I'm the king of horizontal scaling, I mean I'm the king of it. This is exactly what I mean. I tested out every single thing that you could possibly test out. And I mean, look at all of these different interests I was testing. I mean, I was testing out every single possible thing that I could test out. I tested out every single interest. I tested out every single lookalike 1 through 10%. I wanted to figure out any and every single thing that was working for me. And then simply just scaling up the winners. And as you guys can see, I was scaling that up right here. My best winners either was going to be a best interest campaign, a best lookalike campaign, or a best ad set campaign. And I was doing all three. And I mean, this is what worked in 2019. Just keep duplicating and duplicating and duplicating and allowing what's working to continue to work for you. At this point, I mean, I was at the top of the world. I never got on a plane before. So I went everywhere that I possibly could and tried to live that real laptop lifestyle and see the world for more than what it was. I never had a single handout or anything given to me my entire life. So to be able to even accomplish this was absolutely crazy for me. And this ultimately gave me the confidence that I was lacking in my life at that point. I knew I always wanted to create generational wealth for myself and my family, and I also knew that I wanted to be an entrepreneur. But before all of this, I didn't have a set vision on how. Then when I started hitting results like this, I knew that I could be able to do anything I put my mind to. Next, I want to be able to cover what my first mistake is that I see a lot of you guys encounter. And as you guys can see, after July, sales started to decline a little bit. And I was wondering why. So I basically did all market research again over this product, and I found that I actually had way more competition now. And I mean, you guys can see I was competing against all of these people. All of these people I was basically competing with at this time. With this being such a big trend that I created with this product, it was not going to last long unless I changed a couple of things. My ad became more expensive, traffic to my website became more expensive, and I needed to fix this right away if I wanted to keep selling this product. And this is what made me learn a huge lesson in dropshipping, and that's to not be afraid of competition. Do not be afraid of the market. Continue to allow what's working for others, including myself, to prosper to even greater results. And I mean, that's exactly what I did. I looked at 3 to 5 of my biggest competitors and made a strength and weakness list off of what their advertisements were showing. And you guys can see that right here. So basically, I was just making a strength and weakness list, seeing the things that they were doing right and the things that they could definitely improve on, and just doing it better than them. So I reached back out to Dropship Media and got even more creatives and went right back to testing out to see what I could get to work for me. And as you can see, I was testing out every single angle that I possibly could. I mean, this one advertisement here had 6 different creatives under it. And this is different than what I do now, but at that point, I didn't know about creative testing. Now I do creative testing before I even do interest testing, and I just duplicate the winner right into my ad sets. But back then, I mean, it worked for me. I was getting much cheaper traffic again, and I started winning the Facebook bid again, which was a direct reflection of my sales from September to October. So you guys can see right here, September I did around $257,000 in sales, and October I bounced right back and hit $360K that month. Things were working really well at this point, and it was time to start preparing for Black Friday. Not gonna lie, this was my first Black Friday, so I was pretty nervous. And I started making Black Friday ads, as you guys can see right here, and I was incorporating that on any of my cold audience campaigns as well as my retargeting. Things were going super well, but unfortunately, your boy messed up again. I got hit with another huge mistake that I made, and I hope that you guys can take something away from this video. So at this time, I was doing all the customer service myself. I mean, every single piece of the customer service. Replying to comments, replying back to emails, replying back to Facebook Messenger, everything. And when I say I was replying back to every single comment on my advertisement, I mean every comment. And my ads had a lot of them. Here's one of my advertisements with over 37,000 comments. Here's another advertisement with over 19,000 comments. I mean, I was going viral. For some odd reason, the first year I was doing dropshipping, I promised myself that I would do every single thing in every single part of the business myself. This was very stupid, as I could have easily just outsourced it. But at that point, I was being hard-headed and I wanted to have the perfect business model, and I didn't think anybody could do it as good as me. And guess what happened? Me being hard-headed bit me right in the butt. In October 2019, Facebook came out with a Facebook feedback score. If you guys don't know what the Facebook feedback score is, here it is. And the information that Facebook uses for your Facebook feedback score involves a variety of information, including surveys from people who make purchases on Facebook products to help verify whether the advertiser or seller is accurately representing the products delivered to customers. And this doesn't involve just the quality of the product, but the customer service behind it. And my score dropped all the way down to 2 and then eventually down to 1. Which you guys can see right here. I did around $229,000 in sales from November to December. But whenever I got disabled, it basically did not allow me to advertise anymore. I was young, I had some bad habits of being hard-headed, thought I could do everything myself and wasn't treating the business like a business. But luckily, that's a huge learning lesson that I had as I learned from all of my mistakes. Which brings me to my next point of what happened after. After that, I knew that I wanted to continue to do dropshipping, but I was not going to start again until I had 100% of confidence in my business, which was definitely going to include great customer service. So what I did was just go to Upwork, hire a freelancer as a VA to reply back to all the last emails and customer responses that I was receiving, and continue to provide top-notch customer experience to all of my customers. But at that point, I knew that without being able to advertise again, I was going to have to start completely over. And I mean, that's exactly what I did. And as of today, I've sold over $10 million with Shopify dropshipping, and there's only more to come. I'm selling even better high quality products, having even better high quality customer service, and I'm running the business like a business. I started making branded e-commerce stores and elevated my resources with e-commerce. And then along the way in my journey, I've had people ask me for advice. I've had people ask to be able to work with me directly. And this was what helped me discover a new passion. And that was helping you guys do the exact same thing. And that's when I started my course, my mentorship, and even started dropping YouTube videos to give even more value out. So moral of the story is you're going to make mistakes. It's bound to happen. The painful mistakes that you make manifest greatness. But thankful for you guys watched my video so you guys can avoid all the mistakes that I made. Save yourself the headache, save yourself thousands of dollars, and please take something away from this video and start your business the right way. Which is also why each week I help you guys kickstart your dropshipping career with a free consulting call. And the free consulting call winner of last week is Juvie Ecom. Juvie Ecom, congratulations on winning this free consulting call. You can simply just reach out to me on Instagram at AC_Hampton. We can jump on a Zoom call, cover your ads manager, cover how to fix your pixel, cover your Shopify store, or anything in between. But again, congratulations on winning. And if you're wanting to win a free consulting call next week and some Supreme Ecom merch, make sure to do all 3 requirements that I mentioned at the very beginning of this video. And if you guys are looking to be able to not waste another dollar, effort, or energy into the wrong direction with Shopify dropshipping, you're looking to create a profitable e-commerce dropshipping store or an e-commerce brand, and you're looking to make an extra $5,000 to $10,000 a month while being guided into the right direction, then you guys can apply for my limited spots available in my case study / one-on-one mentorship by going to my Instagram at AC_Hampton and DM me the word results, or you guys can apply at supremeecom.com. I appreciate each and every single one of you guys watching this video, being a part of my Supreme family, and taking action every single week. I'll be dropping another banger next Friday at 10 a.m. This is AC, and I'm out.